Carissa, and I am here with another card for you. Since it's the month of Thanksgiving and I have already done a couple of thank you cards this month, I decided to continue with that theme, and then towards the end of the month I'll probably start doing some Christmas cards for you. But I have this Afterthoughts. It's actually a Hostess, level 1 Hostess set. But I love this thanks, I love being spoiled sentiment. So I'm going to use that. And then I haven't used my 5th Avenue Floral in a while, and it's one of my favorites, so I thought I would pull that one out again and use that. So this is going to be kind of feminine. So let me just get started. I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock here, and I cut it down, and so I don't even really know how big it is. It is 3.5 by 3 3/4. And what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to use the early espresso ink, and I'm going to start with the big rose from this. I forgot my scratch paper, so okay, so I have my very vanilla, and I'm going to start with the big rose here. I'm going to ink it up really good in early espresso, and I am going to. This rose is kind of oriented up this way, so I'm going to make sure that I kind of have it at an angle here and just kind of stamp it like that. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I have a mask, and what I did was I just stamped it on some lightweight paper and cut it out, and then I used the two-way glue to give it some adherence. And I just save these and I put them in with my stamp set when I do that, because they kind of take a little while to cut out. So I'm going to mask over that rose, and I'm going to use this other flower stamp. I don't know what kind of flower that is. Don't ask me, not a gardener. And I'm going to stamp right over there, and then I'm going to stamp one down here. Now when I lift this mask off, you'll see that it looks like those flowers are right behind my rose. Isn't that cool? I love that technique. It's an oldie but a goodie. So in order to color these flowers in, you can take your ink pad and you can squish it and put the ink, you know, in the top and then use your blender pen. But I thought I'd show you another method, and I am just going to take one of my acrylic blocks here and scribble with my marker on this, and don't worry, it's gonna clean off later. So I just get some ink there, and then I can take my blender pen and pick it up from there and just kind of color this rose in. And I'm not going to color it all the way. I'm going to kind of do the edges darker and blend it towards the center and do all that. I'm not very artistic, so we'll see what this turns out like. Okay, so here's my finished product. This, I used the Pear Pizzazz, and then as I was coloring, I kind of noticed that if you kind of swirled around over the lines, it brought some of that early espresso in, and it really kind of makes it look like the purple. So it was kind of a happy accident. But the early espresso is not a color fast ink, so if you swirl over it a lot, it's going to pull that color into it. Did I say color fast? It's not water fast. It's not waterproof. So when you do that on your blender pen. Now you'll notice down here, I had a little accident. I'm going to see if what I have planned will cover that up. So I'm going to bring in my other pieces here. This is early espresso, and this is a textured cardstock. And I thought that this would just really, well, I really like these colors right now. Rich Razzleberry is quickly becoming on my favorite list here. So let's see. This is my plan. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and I'm going to start working on my sentiment piece, and that is that Thanks, I Love Being Spoiled stamp. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it on a piece of very vanilla cardstock in early espresso ink, and you can see I did a test run earlier to make sure it would fit on the punch that I planned on using. And this is the scalloped oval punch, and for some reason I always punch upside down. I have no idea why. It just happens that way. And then I'm going to take a piece of the early espresso textured cardstock and punch out this wide oval punch as well. And those will layer on top of each other, I can go ahead and do that. And I'm going to use dimensionals, I think, to put that, the one on top of the other. So I'm going to use some of this crochet trim. This is the Victoria crochet trim. And my plan was to put that across the bottom. It looks like it covers it up pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start adhering some of this down. And I'm trying to decide too, because this is the first time I've used this lace trim, if I want to knot it like I do my regular ribbon. We'll try it both ways. Well, or if I just want to lay it across the bottom of there. So I'm going to cut off a piece here. Originally my plan was to put this down here, but I think I may want to move it up here and then put something kind of along the bottom here. I'm going to slide this off. I'm going to leave it tight and slide it off. I'm going to take this piece of paper that I used earlier, actually going to just lay it over to create a mask here. So I'm going to use this French script background stamp. And it is the old one, but there is one very similar to it right now in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. I'm going to ink it up with Rich Razzleberry. I don't need a whole lot of the stamp covered because I'm just covering this bottom portion. And then, let's see, I really need a piece. Scratch paper under it too. I'm improvising, can you tell? So this is masked now, and then I'm just gonna take this, and I normally don't stamp my background stamps like this, but we're taking a chance today. So there is that. Slide this back on. And then this is going to go right there. Just like that. And there you have it. It's a very feminine thank you card, but I wanted to keep with the theme of the giving thanks for this month. So I hope you enjoyed this card, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.